Well now, what is going on, Goose Crew? Cheers. It's been a while, huh? I know usually I'm drinking some type of goofy ass beer for you guys, but this is more of a whiskey kind of video. So, if you're one of those folks that clicks out of videos if it's just one of me talking, might as well click out now. This is just going to be as quick of an update as I can possibly get you. Long off season. Where have we been? Why haven't we had any new videos? All that shit. So, where have we been? Nowhere. I've been ice fishing. Did a lot of ice fishing this year, but that's about it. The last video you saw was pulling the Catalina in. The Catalina is still in the garage. The tools are all still sitting on the hood. I mean, we did a little bit of stripping of it, but other than that, there has not been a whole lot of progress made on that car. So obviously there's a lot of stuff that could have been built, could have been worked on. That was the plan, that was the idea, but it just didn't happen. And why is that? Well, it's been a lot of, I don't know if I would necessarily want to get dramatic enough to call it soul searching, but I'm just trying to get an idea of where I wanted to go with the future of the channel. Because I feel like with all of the derby related life right now, I've gotten pulled a lot of different ways away from the reasons that I started the channel. Why did I start the channel? Well, because it was something that Adam and I thought would be fun. We wanted to help people get into the sport. It's all about growing the sport, getting new people in the sport. We got sick of just pounding on the same guys all the time because it seems like everybody travels, and if you run the same promoter shows, you're always running against the same guys. So it's nice to work on trying to get new people in the area, that kind of stuff. So that was the idea behind the channel. Plus, I love going to derbies. So I was enjoying doing the pit walks, and just filming the derbies themselves. And I'm a little bit critical of the videos, but I feel like me behind the camera typically puts out a better quality than when I just have a friend help. Not that I blame them. I tell them to do it very simple, just hit play and just leave it alone. Whereas, usually I try to zoom in on things and pick up on, stuff that's going wrong, or, antics of drivers, that kind of stuff. So I enjoy the being behind the camera part of things, and I haven't been able to do as much of that because, obviously we've gone heavy under the promoting side of things. At least that was the plan for last year. We had a ton of shows booked, and obviously they slowly started falling here and there. But we still had a hell of a season, awesome season last year. Thank you to everybody that helped make the year of the Rona still a damn good season. I mean, we had some awesome shows. We raised a little bit of money for Honor Flight. We had a go in Tomahawk. We're not doing another derby up there, at least on the schedule for this season. I may poke at them a little bit for maybe something over the winter, but I don't know. There's a lot of who knows on that side of things, because I'm not really trying to push for more shows. We won't be going back to Seymour this year. I've had a few shows contact me down south, and I want to still try to be able to be something unique. I feel like we were starting to grow too fast. I'm not real good at saying no, so when I've got all these people calling me wanting me to do shows, it was hard to just say no, because the reason I started promoting because I thought that it'd be good for Wisconsin, trying to push a little bit more of the basic style builds, the gut and go type stuff, bring back the just have fun type of atmosphere, and so when there's a show out there, it's like, yeah, we could do that, we could do good, but then it takes away from the channel, it takes away from building, it takes away from everything. And I still like driving cars too, so that's been a struggle. I do plan to drive. Plus, with promoting and with politics, not the bullshit that you see on TV, but derby politics, things got to where I didn't feel like I could just run the channel the way that we were. I've got people, whether it be Adam or sponsors or other promoters or whatever, poking at me. Don't say this, don't say that, don't talk about this, I just don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to have to hide shit from you guys. I don't want to have to not talk about where I'm going because there's some of you out there that get your rocks off on a chance to come and take me out for some reason. Like I give a shit about winning a derby. Anybody that watches this channel knows that winning doesn't mean shit to me. I go out to wreck cars and put on a show. The trophies that are over there are usually because I got a flat tire or just damn car just wouldn't give up. The only first place trophy over there is a car that I never should have won with. The Mad Dog over there means more to me than any of those trophies. But there's been a lot going on. Can't talk about the drama with Hollywood because that would hurt his feelings and that kind of shit. Can't talk about my discomfort with the way the rules things went with Nick because that might hurt his feelings and all that shit. I don't want to have to hide that stuff. So if I'm going to do this channel, I want to be able to be 100% because I've actually got my analytics up here, but it also says that I've got 4 minutes of battery life, so I'm probably not going to actually grab the camera and show you, but you'll just have to trust me. My entire 2020 on YouTube, I made $906.34. I don't do YouTube to make extra money. When you consider that is 230,000 views, gained 800 subscribers, so I appreciate that. I can't see on here how many videos I uploaded, but I know that it's just a ridiculous amount of editing time and shit going into these videos. I don't do it for $900 a year. I mean, you break that down, I'm not, per video I'm making like $3, So I do it because I feel like you guys enjoy the content. So where do we go from here? Adam probably isn't going to be a big part of it. He's got his baby now, and he doesn't come to hang out at the garage as often, which is perfectly fine. He's got a family and a life to get figured out. Jake's been getting a little bit more comfortable with the camera being his face. Bobby will probably be hanging around a little bit, I would think, or hope. So we're at 2 minutes before this battery is going to die. I apologize for that. There's going to be a few videos coming up that are going to be similar to this, and since I can see that dying, I think I'm just going to call it quits for now. I'm going to grab another battery, and we'll pick this up here in just a second. Okay, sorry about that. Charged it long enough. It says we got 24 minutes, and I'm trying to make this short. So, what's the plan? I am still going to shoot videos, don't worry. I'm not planning on ending the channel by any means. I'm not going to play into that same drama and the same bullshit, so I'm going to try to just get back to being more of the person that I want to be and the person that I want to put out there for you guys to see. I don't want to hide what I'm doing in my builds. I don't want to hide where I'm going. I see no reason for that, because some of the most fun we have is when we go run shows. Go run a show down south or something. It's all you guys coming up and talking about, you love this video, you loved that video, you loved seeing this, that, whatever. Just, that type of stuff is the coolest part of this channel. So I don't want to have to hide that. I want you guys to know that you're getting just what it is. My battery just died, and I just told you what was going to happen. I don't do second takes. I don't redo videos. I don't edit shit out. I prefer that it just be as normal as possible. So, promotion side. In my next video, we'll do it in the next video. We'll talk about what shows we're going to have for this year. Really excited about the schedule that we have. I think it's perfect right where it's at. August is going to be a really busy month, but that's okay. But before we get into that video, I'd like to get through the bullshit side of things. So if you've managed to listen this long, which I assume most of you won't, which is why I saved it for the end, I had a lot of people ask me why the rules for this year aren't the same. They aren't co-written with Crash Crazy. I have absolutely no issue with Nick. The shows that I run this year will probably be Crash Crazy shows. I think he puts on a hell of a show. My issue was, it doesn't matter how many times we try to explain it. Rules written the same doesn't mean they're enforced the same. I'm trying to be out on a boat fishing with my wife and kids, and I'm getting phone calls, the guys blowing me up about this is getting through, that's getting through. It's not my show. We wrote the rules together. That doesn't mean that I'm in charge of every show in Wisconsin. I care about every show in Wisconsin. My intention is to get to those shows and film them, and that was still my plan. I just wanted to get a little bit of fishing in the morning. And then there was, shows that or a show that I ran where I've got people complaining to me about this, that, and the other, and it's just, I don't want to do that. So I said in the beginning when I put my rules out that anybody's welcome to use them. I don't care who uses them. It's just, drivers have to understand that doesn't mean that they're going to get enforced the same. I had too many occasions of, well, I got away with it here, and I just don't want to deal with that anymore. I get questions every day about the drama with Hollywood. So I'll make it as short as possible. 2015, my first real year, bought the Nissan from Adam, ran it in Rochelle Hollywood show. 2016, I started the year at Richland Center and managed to get third place with that car because I blew 2 tires off the fucking line. Sorry, I told myself I'd try to say fuck less. 2016, I ran another Hollywood show. I believe it was Green Lake. Then we ran the Reedsburg event. 2017, I ran every Hollywood show on the schedule except for the Isanti. I don't know how you guys say that over in Minnesota. I didn't go run the Minnesota show, but I ran every other Hollywood show on the schedule. We started doing YouTube. John from EWSC in Seymour messages me, asks me if we can do a derby for him. Absolutely, sounds great. Love to. Alright, come to our meeting, bring a contract. You know who I called? I called Hollywood because I didn't know what the fuck to put in there it was again. I didn't know what to put in a contract. He was the first person I called. Figure out what needed to go into that contract. Thought everything was going to be great. It ended up not being the case. There's been a lot of rumors, a lot of drama, a lot of bullshit that's flew as far as the reasons, but unfortunately, it doesn't matter what the truth is at this point. I know what happened. He's upset about Waiwiga and Oshkosh. Waiwiga, they came to me. Oshkosh, they came to me. And he won't believe that for either one of them, and that's okay. That's just, it's that want for that cutthroat type of, it's just not me. That's not how I do things. I was asked to take both of those shows. I've never said this on the air, but actually Oshkosh, at least when we signed for last year, I had agreed to that show while I was taking a leak at Charity in 2019 because I was told that he wasn't going to be allowed back on the fairgrounds for either show. He moved his Charity show. I'm happy that was a success because I know a lot of you guys love running that show. It's a hell of a show every year. And it is what it is, Waiwiga, they came to me because he had 2 shows on the same day, and they didn't feel like they were getting the same level of attention. Both of those shows, it was either me, International, or Peterson. Hollywood was no longer in the conversation. So, no, I didn't feel bad for putting my name in the hat because I don't really have any issues with International. I've run a couple of their shows. I think they do fine. But if that's the options, I'll throw my name in the hat and see what comes out. And we ended up with both of those shows. Both of them got canceled. Both of them are back on the schedule for this year. So we'll see what happens. Let's see. Do we have any other promoter drama that I can talk about? I think that's about it. Either way, I do this shit because I love Derby in Wisconsin and I want to make it better. I don't have any issues with Hollywood. He just happens to hate me, and that's perfectly fine. I don't have any issues with Nick. Have lots of good conversations with him. And I plan to run, I'm going to run for sure Amherst. So there you go. For you guys that want to know where I'm going so you can get a chance to come take me out, I will for sure be in Amherst, probably in 2 classes. I might run Anago. I'm not going to guarantee that one yet. My first show will be Jim Falls. So if you got the desire to come and take me out, hopefully you get a spot because it's full now. That's an exciting show. I'm looking forward to that. Again, another promoter. John and a couple of his guys from Full Throttle, they came and ran our show in Hayward last year. We're going to go run this year for his new big show for Jim Falls. Talked to him already about getting a spot for the camera to set up. I hope you guys enjoy that. I've talked to him about, can you maybe help set me up in a nice corner spot with some elevation, so that I can get the best angle possible for you guys. I think that's going to be a damn good time. Only running 1 class there, running on Friday. So I'm probably going to take a tent and I'll camp there, and we'll film the rest of the show too. Or no, Saturday and Sunday, right? Yeah, whatever. I'm running the first day. I will be there to film both days. The camera will be rolling for every event there. We will be doing a pit walk there. We'll probably do an aftermath walk if we can. I will also run a Labor Day show. Not necessarily Labor Day, but that weekend. There's a lot of shows in Wisconsin, so I got to figure out which one I want to go to. But I will make sure, if you are one of those guys that gets joy and a chance to come take me out, I will make sure that you know ahead of time. If you have any other questions, just ask. I'm not here to hide. I'm not here to bullshit. I've said it to anybody that's ever asked. If Hollywood was to stand across from me and have an adult conversation, my care is what is best for Demolition Derby in Wisconsin. I'll talk to anybody. I'll listen to anything. Doesn't matter. I'm looking forward to some opportunities to sit down with John Muse, and he already allowed his drivers to come to our Gut and Go Championship for this year. I think that's going to be pretty badass. That's still my goal. It's still to do whatever I can to improve Demolition Derby in Wisconsin, mostly at a fair level and from the fans' point of view. We had some drama in Seymour. That should be my last bit here. God, this video's getting long. I'm sorry. Seymour in the full-size class. I had a driver in my face upset, mad at me because I did exactly what I said I was going to do in the drivers' meeting, and he didn't like that. And right, wrong, indifferent, that conversation, he knew my place, I knew his place. Parted ways, it is what it is. But the most standout statement in what he said was, look at how these other big shows run. And that stuck. I'm not a big show guy. I have no desire to be a big show. I've said from the beginning, I think big shows are killing the sport because they make guys think that they have to spend that kind of money. That's the only way to go out and have fun. And unfortunately, today's generation is lazy as hell. So if they look and go, oh, well, that looks like a lot of work, then suddenly they don't want to do it anymore. So that's why I've gone the Gut and Go route, the as simple as possible, to bring guys back in. When you're bringing guys in that say that they haven't run a car in 15 years because it got too complicated or too expensive or whatever, that's what matters to me. And we've had that story over and over and over in a short amount of time putting on shows. That's the type of shit that matters. I'm not trying to be a big show promoter, which is why we gutted our full-size rules and went down to super bone stock on those too, because I don't want those kind of attitudes. We have the best attitudes in Wisconsin Demolition Derby, and I want to keep it that way. But I want that attitude to grow. I want everybody to work together. I want everybody to be happy. Put on good shows for the fans. That's what matters to me. So that's probably enough ranting. Next, you're going to see a video. I will talk about sponsors, and I will talk about the shows that we have coming up for 2021, and a little brush up on the rules for the year. Then after that, you're going to see a junkyard run from last year. You're going to see a video that Jake shot from last year, and you're going to see an aftermath that was shot, I think that might have been last year, too. So I have some videos lined up so that we can put some things out. That's going to be, hopefully get us rolling here into the 2021 season. But filming side of things, if there's a show that you want me to come film, feel free to drop it in the comments. I'll try to get to as many shows as I can this year. I'm also fishing a couple bass tournaments, so you're going to have to bear with me. I do still have a life. So, but I'm only planning on driving in 3, maybe 4 shows this year. So I'm trying to space that out a little bit. We have 6 shows that we're promoting this year. So, we should still be able to go out and film a few shows as well. Get those pit walks in, get to talk with the drivers, the stuff that actually makes this sport great. Sorry for the long ramble. I'm sorry we were gone so long. There just wasn't a whole lot to put on camera, and I did need a little bit of a break. We have already started building for this year. I didn't film anything because we were just gutting the car that I'm going to run for Jim Falls, so it wasn't really anything too exciting. But next time that we are in the garage, I will have the camera out. We will get filming, and we're going to start rolling to where hopefully we should be back to a video a week, maybe a little bit more. And obviously when we have derbies, then you're punching out videos, pretty quick. So for anybody that's still subscribed, for God's sakes, thank you. I am sorry we have been gone for so long. That's it. 2021. All the bullshit's over. Let's just have some fun. How's that sound? Get rid of the drama. We appreciate you following along. As always, get ghost.